Those of you who have played VRChat before or have just watched some of my previous content have heard of the term ERP. Now, for the sake of the video, I can't say the exact definition, but to put it in more friendly terms, it's when two or more people hug each other very passionately in some kind of virtual environment. This kind of activity is quite common on the game VRChat and other games similar to it, I'm sure, but it wouldn't really be a problem if it wasn't for the fact that VRChat makes it very easy for a child to gain access to this 18 plus content. If you don't believe me, then just look at the current footage, where I was able to find multiple avatars with said features at the click of a button. I think we can all agree that it's not okay for a game marketed towards children to allow this kind of content without any kinds of restrictions put in place to separate the two groups. Because what ends up happening is some creep finds a young and impressionable kid and exploits them for their own sexual gratification using these not safe for work avatars. This exact scenario has probably played out thousands of times on VRChat. However, the person we'll be looking at today is a 38-year-old man named Christopher, who is probably more known by the username Zoniku. Back in 2021, he basically had taken this exact scenario and took it to the next level by pimping out what was at the time a 15-year-old girl named Glim and asking her to record these interactions so that he could use them later on. In some of the messages between the two, Christopher directly gives instructions to Glim on what to do in these videos as well. But before we get into their messages, it's important that I tell you that the phrases good girl and daddy are used quite frequently, since that's what Christopher was into. But we felt that it was too much for YouTube, so we replaced them with the phrases old man for daddy and good person for good girl. So keep that in mind. Anyways, I hope you have some headphones on, cause these messages are still pretty bad. Christopher says, I want you to look them in the eyes as they f**k you, like you love cock.
I will, old man. I'll treat their like yours, like you said you wanted me to.
Good person. Always have your legs open, ready for more. Don't even bother cleaning up. They will just come on you again.
I will, old man. I'll have my legs wide open for you, and I won't clean up until you want me to.
And let them anywhere they want. My baby loves it raw. Christopher says, I will, baby. And if you're good during sex and orgies, old man will get you a great spa treatment.
I will, old man. I promise. I'll be really good during sex and orgies to make you proud and happy, old man.
You ready to be old man's little whore? You'll be forever mine. Christopher says, okay, baby girl, get some sleep. No more crying. Love you, princess. And don't worry, I'm proud of you for being a good whore. You did great and found someone. Mwah. Some of you are probably wondering why the Discord account on the last message says deleted user. Well, that's because Christopher has since deleted this old Discord account. It's pretty obvious why. Christopher says, I shit my pants. Can you help me? I shit my pants.
I'll help you. Lay down and I'll change you.
Please help me. My dad isn't home.
I will. Shh, it's okay. Just open your legs. I'll change you.
Christopher then says, okay, careful. I'm a squirter. This trend of deleting old accounts is something that he does quite frequently, which shows to me that he's really trying to hide his past. And when you see the stuff that he was doing, I fully understand. This video is going to be a little bit different, as Christopher has gone dark due to events that we'll go over soon enough. So we'll start off with my interview with Glim, as she explains what exactly happened to her. Who are you and how long have you been playing VRChat?
My name is Glim, and I have been playing VRChat for about 4 years now, since I was 14.
When did you first meet Christopher?
I first met Chris back in around May of 2021, a couple months after I just had turned 15.
And how old was Christopher?
He claimed that he was in his early 20s at that point, but it was obviously just a lie. He first then tried to say that he was 30, but then I ended up finding out that he was 35, exactly 20 years apart from me.
What caused the relationship to start?
It started because I had a mutual friend that knew him, and they had shown me to contact him because he would be able to help me with Unity stuff that I was trying to learn at the time. At first it was just casual talking and just chatting because I was used to having friends that were older on this game. And so I thought nothing of it. And so we chat, we'd hang out, we'd play like a little bit of Pokemon together sometimes, and it was just innocent at first until he started to come on to me. I had told him about my past on the game and how I had done the act on here a couple of times, and I was just open about it. And so one day, whenever we were hanging out with his friends at, believe it or not, a Shrek World, he started to hit on me more and flirt with me, with obviously his friends not really minding or caring, because I don't know if he told them my age or not, but they just didn't really give a fuck. And so after a bit, he pulled me aside and coerced me into doing sexual acts while we were there.
How often would he hook you up with other guys?
He would do it almost every other day, like pretty decently. He'd find people and have me do things with them, and even try to do it with his own friends in mind. And I do it because I was scared that he would leave me. And he had already so much stuff on me, I was scared he was gonna hurt me, in a sense. And during the time, he made me do the stuff that I have described earlier, and he had images and stuff of me, like IRL.
December 24th, 2021, the following message occurred between Glim and Christopher, which shows that at one point in time, Christopher had possessed illegal material of Glim. Chris says, "What? Nice, looks like Sonic."
Looks like it fits your type of style. It fits you. Also, I'm about to go take a shower, old man. Want videos?
Yes, he.
Sent it.
I'll go in private, lol.
Most likely, as he admitted to me at one point that he has images of his exes, and finding out from another one that apparently he keeps them on thumb drives.
Did you ever meet in real life?
No, but there were plans to, once he got his CDL license, which he did, but like I said, going back to earlier of how he's lazy, he had never done anything. But once he planned to meet me in real life, he planned to do stuff with me sexually, and then he would bring multiple guys in to use me at that point.
Did he ever mention previous victims?
No, he did not. He'd only talk about his legal ones that he had, and how they were usually in the wrong, and he talked calling them fat and ugly, and a bunch of other things to make me think bad of them. The only things that I found out were from the other victims themselves. Whenever one of them contacted me through Steam, and she tried to convince me and tell me, but at the time I was just negligent, and he told me to just ignore her and that she was lying.
What was your mindset during that relationship?
My mindset was I had thought and made myself believe that I loved him and that I was in love with him, because during that time a lot of my friends were busy and I was alone. I had no one in real life. My family was not the best at that moment, and so he was the only person I could turn to, and he would be telling me lies, saying he's the only one that cares for me and that he'll always be here for me, and that he'll take care of me. And so I had told myself that, I found the person that would save me, in a sense.
How long did the relationship last?
It lasted from whenever we officially became a couple back in July, on actually July 4th. to February of 2023, so 2021 to 2023, we were still semi-dating, but we had went on a break in February because I started to realize how things were wrong and how I shouldn't be in this, and I don't want to be with this man for my whole life.
How did it end?
Just realizing how things were wrong, and he slowly over the years that we were together, those 2 years, a few months into the relationship, started to get a bit more not as caring and more mean to me, and eventually cheated on me at one point, and would make me do things that I just wasn't comfortable with, and I just wanted to get out of it.
What were some of the things you weren't comfortable doing?
He would want me to do, like, in the future, he wanted me to be incestuous in some ways with our future family. He wanted to hoard me out eventually whenever we met in real life to multiple people. And he wanted me to do acts with animals eventually at one point.
Did he want to sexually abuse his future kids?
Yes, he wanted to show them how to be a good woman and be a good man, and eventually he'd want me to be the same way of how he was to me and groom other people.
Do you have any last words for him?
If I had any words for him, if I were to see him again, it would be that, and if he is watching this, that I hope you know that you are a disgusting monster, and I can't wait for the day I put you behind jail bars for everything you have done to me and all your exes and everyone else. You deserve to rot in hell and hopefully die soon. Because apparently he has an illness.
Lung cancer?
Something else, I have no clue about what the name is, but it's what causes him to cough so much.
Is VRChat safe for children?
I don't think VRChat is safe for children, even though this game was intended to be 13 plus. With how they allow children and adults on here, it's really easily like how I was to be groomed and taken advantage of just with a snap of a fingers.
Do you have a final message for my viewers?
I know that sometimes you might be lonely and not have anyone, but know that you always have someone there, and never let anyone take advantage of you, no matter how good they promise you everything that you could want. And make sure to look out for your friends.
Now, usually at this point, I would go in myself and beg Christopher to show that he hasn't changed one bit. However, Glim had already done that, so I'll play her video instead.
Damn, it's been basically a year since I've seen you.
I don't remember.
You don't remember?
What do you mean by
You remember who I am, right?
Yeah,
I did.
Who am I?
you're that guy.
What guy?
The little guy.
Little guy? What's little guy?
The one that doesn't like me.
One doesn't like you?
That's a nudist.
You're the one that doesn't like me, yeah.
Alright, there you go.
Do you not feel regret for what happened those 3 years?
Yeah, I do.
Really? Well, can you answer me one question then?
What?
Was there others besides me before?
Nope.
No, because there was Cat Angel, and then there was this other girl I met that also helped me out. Why are you running from me?
That's cool. Yeah, I
just wanna
figured
talk
what
with
was
you.
going on.
What?
Yeah, I figured it out. I already know.
I just want to know because these people be telling me all this stuff. Well, she was the one that did, not me. I just wanted to know if it was true, if there was others, or if it was just me. That's all. Because I've had other people contact me. You know, one, because it was we were together dating
Everyone would.
through Steam.
You were not.
Huh? I was not?
Your little revenge videos pretty weird.
I'm not. I have no revenge. Oh, he blocked me.
This encounter, mixed in with the police visiting his home, must have shaken Christopher to his core, and as far as we are aware, he isn't active on VRChat anymore. But I am of the belief that he's just on an alternate account that we just don't know about. However, it's more of a feeling than a fact. Regardless, we'll go over all of his known accounts, starting with his last known VRChat account, which has since been deleted. What Zoniku. While his account is deleted, the two groups that he started are still active, those being VR Hole and Rick and Morty. Next we have his YouTube channel, Zoniku.
Wait, this is bullshit.
Oh, eat my fucking ass, bitch.
That's all I need. This seems inactive though. His Pinterest account is called The Zoniku, and it contains some very questionable things on it. And finally, we have his Roblox account, also called The Zoniku. While I write this script, I can already tell that it's gonna be a little bit shorter than my other videos. So I do plan to make one more before this month comes to an end. However, if I am unable to, then I guarantee at least one more video before I go on vacation in December. So far, this has been an amazing year for my channel. The amount of support I've been getting from guys is unbelievable, and I do not take it for granted, so I do have plans for greater things in the future. Special thanks to my members for their extra support. It really does help. If you are a member though, I do want to apologize for the lack of new content, as I felt that nothing was really worth posting yet. Our interactions with the last guy was very boring. Most of the time it was just me and my decoy talking to one another while Sage was in his own little world. The only interesting part was the Truth or Dare segment, but most of his friends there were sharing a lot of personal information, and at some points they were even breaking down and crying, so we felt that it wasn't right for us to upload that kind of stuff since they didn't do anything wrong. That being said, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you soon. Peace out.